All right, are we live? Yes, we are. So much technical difficulties, but we are pulling it together. Like I said from the beginning, this will be very, very informal because this time I am using Riverside. And honestly, I like this a lot better. I want to change a couple of things. Again, like I said, it's going to be very informal. I hope you guys, if you are replaying this, then you're going to have to kind of fast forward. But we're going to be getting to shapewear and debunking some things. I want to change some things. Now I'm on the computer. I don't know what was going on with my mobile phone and why it was just not working, but all right, so we're here. Take that out the way. Take that out the way. All right. So the girls is here. Let's get into the first question that me and my team has definitely curated, as well as some people who were a part of the newsletter. So you have to size down shapewear for it to work effectively. This is what someone misconception was. This is not my thoughts. These are all curated into questions, thoughts, and all this. And I'm going to give you the reality check as well as some experiences some of clients have gone through. So, when you size down shapewear, you're making it very tight on your skin, and shapewear should be like your second skin. I say this in my book, shameless plug. um yeah, for us women, we get dressed starting with our underwear and our bra and our shapewear. I say this definitely in my book. I say this word for word. We get dressed starting from underneath our clothes. So with us having the extra details of like shapewear, we have to keep that in mind. So it should not be tight. When you have tight clothes or tight shapewear, you're not realizing that you're making this fabric abnormal. It's you're putting a lot of tension on the actual like little tiny fabrics, so you're causing it to curl up or roll down and be outside of its norm. So it's trying to relax and get back to its normal shaping. You're causing it to be abnormal, out of its shape, if it makes sense. So to debunk that question, you have to size down. No, that's incorrect. It has to be like your skin, like your second skin. It should be really snug on your skin, like how this shirt is snug on my body. Even though this is not shapewear, but it should definitely be very close to your intimate space. So next one, are waist trainers and shapewear the same thing? Child, let me take that out. No, I have some shapewear right here too. I'm on camera, so we will be getting into some things. No, shapewear purpose is for exercising. It's to help shape your waist. I mean, the words are in the actual thing. And also, a lot of the times, people don't look at the content, what the fabric is made out of. And shapewear is made out of breathable material and is very, very stretchy. So, when I say breathable, meaning since it's used for working out, you're sweating, your stomach needs to kind of breathe, and it's also stretchy. And it's also another thing, another telltale sign is that it has like this rubbery type of has like a rubbery type of feel inside the waist trainer. Almost all of them have it. If it's not, you probably have like a very high quality one. It is in there, but the way they crafted it, they crafted the actual waist trainer, it's kind of camouflage, but waist trainers are mainly for fitness. Shapewear is for creating a very seamless and just smooth lines of your body. It's really supposed to just accentuate your curves so that everything can be like a smooth hourglass. There should be no bumps, no lumps. Your boobs should be perked up. Your stomach can be flat, and that can be all with the help of shapewear. I know we're in the era of using airbrush, and then when people see you, it's like, who is this person? Um, but using shapewear can help, especially if you are a woman who's on the journey of losing weight and you're really on the journey of smoothing out your stomach and also just, doing a little butt lifts a little bit and just smoothing out your thighs as well. Or if you want to get the long sleeve or the long pants one, that's also a helpful thing as well. But waist trainers and shapewear is not the same thing. If you want to wear waist trainer, by all means, go right ahead on your watch. All right, let's get on to the next one. Is Skims and Spanx the only brand for shapewear? I think that's a great question. I love that. I know that's for someone in our email tribe. Child, I need a haircut. Sorry to be vain, but man, this is so dark. But no, they are not the only ones. Spanx has been around very, very long. It has dominated the shapewear industry for a very long time. But Skims, Kim Kardashian is very known for her personal brand, her family as well. But I think the name of her brand, Skims, is very, very clever. I know it's a play on to her name, but also, as I mentioned before, shapewear should be like your second skin. And Skims, I think it plays on to that strategically. I think that name is just so brilliant. I love it. But no, Skims is definitely not the only one. I'm definitely not going to shout out this one because they are not sponsoring this video. But no, there's a lot of different brands you just need to look. Just kind of just shop around Nordstrom's, Bloomingdale's. I say those not because of the high price and everyone's kind of just a bougie label whore, but the higher quality, I'm not sure if the question was in there, but the higher quality, there is a difference with higher quality shapewear that is made. If you go to like Walmart or Target, which one of these are, it is very, very flimsy and it doesn't do your body or that seamless line that you're looking for very well. So if you've been doing that for the past and you don't really see a difference and don't see like, I don't know what everyone's talking about, go to one of those high-end stores and try something on, maybe like a tank top type of thing. Oh, my camera. Try on like a tank top with a built-in bra and see how fitting and just how it just glazes over your body and creates like a seamless type of silhouette. All right, what's the next question? Now, this is a quote not by me, by someone else. Skinny women don't wear shapewear. I thought only big girls wear them. How dare you say that? There are a lot of celebrities who wear shapewear. You'll be very surprised who wear them underneath. Um, and I think that's very ignorant of whoever thought that. But again, shapewear is for. Sorry, I'm taking this about. Shapewear is to create seamless line. Someone like me, I'm a woman close to 40 and my body don't be bodying sometimes, or maybe it's that time in a month and I feel like picking out with a lot of sugar because it's something I do and my stomach is very bloated, but I need to go somewhere very important and I need to have my body snatched. It's just for, maybe a couple of weeks because I know how my body is and I could put on a shapewear because I know my stomach is going to be protruding out and that's not the normal me. Again, how dare you think that? But no. It's not just big girls, it's medium sized girls, it's all women of all ages. You know, us women go through different seasons. It doesn't matter what age you are. Well, it does. I'm only talking to adult women, but us women go through our seasons. We have our monthly cycles, and the way our body be reacting, maybe you need a little help. That's all it is. It's a little help to kind of just put a nice little oomph to just smooth it out. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go to the next one. Do all shapewear roll off your stomach? I did touch on this on the first question, but no, as I mentioned before, when you have shapewear on too tight, it will start rolling down and cause you to really like feel the restriction. These are not good, but when it just starts rolling down and just rolling down, and then that's that extra tightness on your stomach, it starts rubbing on your skin, which I have seen on a client. It starts to irritate your skin, and then you're like, I can't wait to take this off. And then also, when you are going to the bathroom, that's also another troublesome. And also another thing, if you are the one of the girlies that have long nails, because my nails are pretty average, but the girls who have really, really long nails and you're putting on extra tight shapewear, that's also going to be kind of hard just fixing up yourself because you're not going to have a stylist on you 24/7. Unless you got it like that, then hey, it is what it is. But no, it should not be rolling down on your stomach or up your leg. If it is, it's too tight. That is an indication it's too tight. Not just for shapewear, that is for any and everything. That I mean, the skirts. When skirts are rising up, that means it is too tight. It's probably definitely too tight around your hips. I'm a woman of color. I don't have hips. I'm actually not large at the bottom except for other areas, but I'm not one of the girls that have hips. But when you do have hips, it's usually around that area where it is abnormally too big and you're stretching it out too much out of its normal shape, and it causing it to rise in the other area. So giving you girlies a heads up. All right, next one. I was told to not wear shapewear for a long time. So I don't know what long time is, but I mean, let's talk about it. Long time. What's a long time? Like, are you going on a date for like 4 hours? That shouldn't be too bad. That's about average. But if you're wearing it for like a full day, like you're wearing it to work, say you have a corporate job and then you're going on like a girls' night out or a date afterwards, that's a good 8 to 10 hours. Mm, girl, you must not be eating too much because if you're wearing a high quality shapewear properly around your skin, depending if you have, I mean, let's face it, there's different types of shapewear, as I kind of showed you. But if you browse through the section of shapewear, you will see that there are different kinds. But the main ones I'm talking about, which a lot of women go for, are the ones that's kind of just tucking in your stomach, perking up your breast. If you have something that is very, very full, I mean, very, very tight, or just fits like a glove on your skin, and you wearing it for about 8 to 10 hours, baby, you're not trying to eat for very long. I'm gonna just say that I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not a health profession, but I would not recommend it, especially if you are going to be eating. That's a question that I would ask a client if you were in front of me. Like, what are you planning on doing when you wear this? Are you wearing this specifically because you're going to a business networking, or are you going on a date? How long do you think the date's going to be? Because if you take this off, girl, where are you going to put it? Especially if you got one of those cutesy little clutch bags. So there are things that you definitely need to consider. Again, you're not in front of me. I don't know the extent of the question, whoever asked that question, but these are definitely things you need to ask. These are things that I definitely asked. That's how sharp I was able to kind of just ask you that. But Yeah, I don't know how long is how long for you, but 4 hours I think is good. It's definitely doable, it's manageable, and you'll be able to be comfortable afterwards. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Wearing two shapewear can be effective. When I was starting out in styling, I did a lot of like celebrity and high fashion editorials and BET Rip the Runway and Project Runway all the way in the beginning. And there was a celebrity who put two on. There are still some people who really want to get the look. When I mean get the look, like they want to get the look, they want to have that snatched waist. And before there was all this, instant editing on the phone, people would do that. I'm not really in the celebrity space. That never was an interest for me. That never has been an interest in me. I just wanted to get my 10,000 hours in to kind of just solidify where I wanted to be in styling. But I've seen it done, and boy, oh boy, I know they said that they could not eat. They barely drunk water, and they could not sit down. So, I mean, do that at your own discretion, but I would not recommend it, especially since I deal with more of everyday people, professionals, and you guys are kind of moving and grooving and kind of need to get stuff done. I would not recommend it, but I have seen it done because they really wanted to get the look. And people in the public eye, they need to have a pristine look. They need to keep that look going that they have. So, is it effective? Can it be done? Yes. Would I recommend it? It depends. If you like a personal brand creator going to a networking party and you trying to get that snatch look, I'm gonna suggest you eat before you go. Get your makeup done, get dolled up, and look cute and mute. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so here's the next one. Having one shapewear solves all problems. No, because depending on what type of woman you are, and depending on your body shape, your body measurements, um, it really doesn't solve anything. Like I mentioned before, I am someone who eats a lot of sugar that's time in a month. So my stomach is a little pudgy for some. So I might just get like the underwear type of, hope you guys can see it. I might get something like this. As to someone else, their breasts and their stomach may be a problem. So they may get something like this. It just all depends on the woman. There are so many different variations of shapewear. I'm about to say swimwear. There's so many different variations of shapewear. You just need to know what problem you are solving, which a lot of people don't want to sit down and come to the realization, but you need to know what problem you want to solve and then seek which shapewear will resolve that problem, because there are one where there's like a bikini on one side, and then you have half the leg with a compression, like the tightness of the shapewear, because you have a high slit. Like, again, you need to know what problem you are having so that you can select which shapewear to get or to wear. Right? All right, let's go to the next one. Shapewear is unhealthy and can cause organ damage. I don't think shapewear can do that. I've never come across anyone that has mentioned that. I've come across someone mention that when they wore corsets. Corsets are definitely different because they have metal boning inside of the corsets, and when you tie it in the back or the sides or whichever one you have, that can cut into your skin, and as well as the tightness when someone is tying it. I've heard someone say that like face to face, not just hearing it hearsay. But shapewear, I more so hear about the problem of it just cutting into their skin because it's too tight or it's rolling down. But I've never heard about organs. I've heard about causing organs, I mean, causing health problems when it comes to corsets. So maybe there is someone out there that can explain that, but for me, I've never come across anyone. I've definitely come across my little mature lady. Hey girl, I see you. She used to wear corsets and she has horror stories. So that is that. That is the reality of it. All right, let's go to the next one. All shapewear is visible under clothes. Going back to what I was saying, you got to know what problem you are solving, or you got to know what you're wearing. Again, this kind of just roots back to what problem are you solving. So, what are you wearing so that we can align what shapewear to get? I mentioned before, if you're wearing a very high slit dress to a black tie event, then you want to get the one that has the panty on one side and then the tights or up to the knees one on the other side. If you have a backless type of dress, you are going to get one that has a very low dip. If you have something in the front that kind of has that sweetheart, you want to get something that fits around it. I know us ladies have so much to worry about when it comes to clothes because we are very intricate. But if you're one of those girls who experiments with a lot of those, but you want to keep your body snatched, you got to have different types of shapewear to keep the lines seamless. All right. Let's get to the next one. What's the difference between low quality, older shapewear versus high quality? I think this is a phenomenal question. So, since I have three low quality, this is like so flimsy. This reminds me of like a waist trainer, but this is, I want to say this is from either Walmart or Target. I'm not going to say which one, but I think it was only like $20. It's like a shirt, literally. And you see how just easily bent I can just maneuver it. The ones that are high quality is a little bit more stiffer because it has to really sculpt. It's really sculpting your body. It's really accentuating your body, not changing it. It's sculpting what you already have and making it very smooth and clean lines with your body. So if you have that bodycon dress that's a long sleeve, and again, you want to flatten that stomach and kind of just tighten up those thighs and perk up the butt. There are shapewears that do that. They have like the full body that really just snatch the stomach, perk up the breasts, and do what it needs to do with the thighs. You got to know what problems you are solving, all right? So, and when it comes to much, and when it comes to older shapewear, like the older good shapewear, it's going to start deteriorating like the stiffness like I mentioned. I know when I did a closet clean, someone had very old shapewear and it wasn't very effective. The stiffness was not there. It was kind of just flimsy. It was just very flimsy. It was like I want to say like it turned into the low quality type of shapewear. So that is what it's like. Let me see. We're going to do one more. We're going to do one more. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys are in learning. And yes, I'm on camera. Definitely like, definitely comment if you have any more misconceptions. Um, I was thinking about doing underwear as well. I feel like underwear is very um, not thought about. It's kind of just goes over women's minds, but I think it's very necessary to kind of just talk about that as well, especially since we are in a very um, hyper visual type of environment. You just never know who's going to be taking pictures, who's going to be doing B rolls, when you're going to be viral, and X, Y, and Z. So let's get to the last one. You can't wear shapewear with certain type of clothes, lightweight fabric, open back dresses. You can. I did mention this. This kind of redundant, but just know which ones well, the ones that you need to wear. So if you are trying to wear a nice little backlist, definitely get a low dip one. If you need to get a deep V one, there is a deep V one. It is 2025. There are so many different brands. There are a lot of definitely brands that were disruptive, kind of led Spanx, the brand, like I mentioned before, Spanx was definitely dominating the industry, but there are so many brands now where it matches your skin tone. You know, it used to only be one skin tone, this beige, which does not even match mine. Um, there are so many things to wear, so people are just into shapewear. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what made Kim K a billionaire, but it's a genius idea. So I hope you guys enjoy. My name is Mikara Reid. I did not introduce myself because there was so much going on when it came to this live stream. I was on my phone first, but now I'm on the computer. I'm glad I brought my computer. All right. Definitely follow because I'm on like five of them right now. Yeah, definitely follow. Follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn, Kick, and we're gonna be on TikTok next. I think I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but we're gonna be over there. Instagram, we're not messing with you for a while. I'm not messing with you for a while. Definitely log on to the website for styling and creative brand services www.mean, that's MIIEN.co. Definitely check out the book. If you are interested in discovering your fashion identity and you need to do just an overhaul of your personal style or your professional style, let's get into it because I really dig right on into it. If you're not into that, you just want to kind of just chase the trends and watch everybody else, that is not the book for you. All right. So this was so much fun. If you missed it or joined it late, I will be reposting it on YouTube as well as the website, and I think it will stay on the LinkedIn as well. But definitely comment down below. I do comment back. My team does comment back. Definitely be patient. I cannot be in multiple places at multiple times. And also let me know if you want me to do the underwear or bra. That can be great as well. I definitely have a podcast episode talking to a bra expert. That was like over 2 or 3 years ago. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.